Well, hello there, YouTube, Rumble, Lock and Load Ninjas, wherever you are, however you're listening. For those of you that don't know, in addition to having two syndicated radio shows, I have a local radio show called Straight Talk with Bill Frady at 98.9 WORD. And the other day, I was asked if I would do a EDC video, which I've never done an EDC video because, one, my EDC is ridiculously complicated. It's horrible. Primarily because I'm wishy-washy, I guess. I don't know. But I digress. So, my EDC is pretty simple on a daily basis. Normally, I'm carrying an iPhone with a mag wallet on the back of it that has my driver's license, my permit, and my debit card in that. Those are the three primary cards I'm worried about having. Then I have a blade of some type, and I would like to sit here and tell you this is my primary blade. This is a Scallywag Tactical Folder. This is the nicest folding knife I've ever owned in my life. And I do carry this from time to time, but I'm just as likely, and I don't even know if I have it up here with me, I'm just as likely to more likely to carry a Leatherman because of the tool function, and I don't even think I have it with me. This I use more than any other thing. This is the blade I carry more often than the Scallywag Tactical, although this does play a role from time to time. But I don't even know which Leatherman this is. It's just a very basic Leatherman. It's got the blades, the screwdrivers, and the pliers and everything else. For a flashlight, I was carrying the PowerTac M5. James Yeager turned me onto these, and then they reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to test them. This is the G2. This is a very good flashlight, but then they came out with the WOFT, and this is, while it's a 1200 lumen flashlight, same as this one. It has the same little buttons on it to make it brighter and lighter. It's rechargeable. This one's a little shorter, and it has a clip on it, so I can clip it to something if I want to. So I still have the PowerTac M5, but I have recently switched over to the WOFT because it's smaller and it may be a little bit brighter. I'm not sure. The gun. Right now, in the heat of the South Carolina summer, when I'm wearing mostly loose-fitting clothing and everything, I'm carrying the Taran Tactical Innovations Glock 26, the combat carry configuration. This little gun with the +2 magazine. 12 rounds on tap. I find no loss of accuracy going to a shorter barrel. I prefer this to a Glock 19. I haven't figured that out why. Probably because I have less of a grip angle to contend with because I have more hand coming off of it, and I think that probably steadies it. This is the Glock I shoot the best, and it's the copperheads, they still shoot great, but yeah, this is what I have been carrying. When I carry that, just to make sure that I'm good to go, I do carry a spare magazine, which is a Glock 19 magazine. And I also carry a 21 round magazine in the vehicle, just in case, This is just when I'm around town. This is just when I'm rolling around and everything else. Now, I have a second tier, and unfortunately, most of that stuff is not here, but I can show you some of the stuff. So, when I'm going out and I'm going to be doing an event, or if I'm going out and I'm going to be filming something for B-roll, I'm going to be carrying a camera, which my camera of choice, which I had to send back because mine had a bad port in it, is the Panasonic GH6. It checks all the boxes. It is a good companion for this camera I'm filming on, which is the Panasonic HCX 1500 HCX 1500 camcorder. And when I do that, I'm carrying all of that stuff, but because I don't want to look like I have a camera bag, I carry this. This is from Portland Baggage. It's just Everybody's carrying a shoulder bag now. This one is just made out of canvas. I can carry spare batteries in this. I also carry an inhaler and, some notes and business cards and some other things. The other thing I like about this, I can drop a magazine into this, and if I had to, I could swing it at somebody and it'd probably hurt. But that's just to not look like a camera bag. I can also carry some other stuff additionally with it if I need to. It has plenty of pockets. It's very comfortable. It is very basic, and it's the closest thing to a man purse I'm going to go with. I do have two basic rules about carrying a man purse. I never put a gun in the man purse. I never carry my gun off body if I can help it. Thankfully, I've lost a few pounds, so that is not a big issue anymore. I can carry a gun quite easily. But I will put my blade and my flashlight in here, simply because it just makes it easier. One thing I started to say is that my carry weapon, as soon as I can get some spare magazines where I can go take a class with it, because that's an important thing to me, to take a class with a platform. This will probably be my carry weapon, the Staccato CS. I've changed my way of thinking now to where even if I'm in a rifle situation, my secondary carry gun would probably be the Staccato CS if I have a few magazines to go with it. I do have 3, right? But I need a few more to train with because I'm lazy. And I ordered a few just today. And as soon as they come, and I'm going to be working on getting optics for all of these and all these other things. And yeah, this gun checks every box as far as a gun is concerned. It is big enough to fight with, and it is small enough to hide. Then there is I hesitate to call this a loadout because that would indicate that I'm going to combat. What I think about is during the time of COVID and the pandemic, and when Antifa was really active and BLM was really active, I was going down to Columbia, South Carolina, which is about 100 miles away. And that's where my chiropractor is. And to get to my chiropractor, I had to go through town to get to him. And there was a lot of protest activity going on there. I looked at that and I said, I may need something more than a handgun, especially if I'm having to get out of a vehicle. So I called around and I asked a few questions. And first question was, I asked Steve Fisher this: what's the bag that you carry for a rifle that you're going to pack? He recommended a Savior bag. This is I don't remember which model this is. This is a really well-designed bag, and it $79. Okay, it has external pockets, which at the moment I don't think I have anything in, and I'd be right. It has an external pocket right here that you could pull away, and you could actually put a gun in there if you wanted to. The only complaint I would have about it is that with the bag packed the way it is right now, these pockets are really tough to get into. They're really tough to get into. They do zip all the way down. They've got organizer pockets and everything else in here. For $79, it is a bargain without a doubt. But what have I got in it? I've tried to imagine in my mind what's the scenario that I snatch this and I pull this out and I start running it. And it doesn't there's a couple things that it is missing that I have already, I just haven't packed into it. First things first, for people my age, if you got knee problems, then take some knee pads with you, because you're probably going to be kneeling if you have to do a little running and gunning in an urban situation. Having some knee pads will save you a lot of pain. I learned that taking one of Mr. Yeager's classes. First we come to, and this is packed up for the Staccato C2, but this is my Blue Force gear. I can't remember what kind of rig this is. They don't make it anymore. They don't have it anymore. I have 2 magazines for a Staccato C2P, XC, XL, whatever it would be. These are the 20 rounders for it. I have 4 magazines with this has got 141 grain, 300 blackout rounds in them. And inside I have a pair of gloves, the very obnoxious Oakley gloves with the big knuckles. That's just because what I have. This is just what I have in the bag. gloves would come in handy. I also have a trauma kit. This is the IFAK is from Dark Angel Medical. That's what I'm going to try to throw on in a very serious manner. If I do switch over all the way to this gun, then I will have to exchange the magazines on the pistol because, that's sort of proprietary. However, and here's a sneak peek for things to come. This is the Staccato C2 Limited. What makes it limited is right here is supposed to be a compensator. I called them and I said, if you guys had that XC in a smaller package, I would carry it. They have this. So this, I've got to send the top end back to Tony Pignato at Staccato, and they're going to go ahead. It did not come with the compensator on it. They're going to put the compensator on it. And this the two between the two sizes, there's not a whole lot of difference. Not a whole lot of difference. So that's the chest rig. Then we have a Spikes Tactical. This is the truck gun. 300 blackout. It is currently, the magazine is on a dead chamber with a dead trigger. And just to illustrate to you, no round, chamber down, dead trigger, magazine in and ready to go. I have an Olight, rechargeable light, Holosun. This is the 403B, very, very inexpensive but really good optic. This has been SBR'd up, so yes, that's happening. I was one of the less than 250,000 that did this route. I chose this because this is, if I had to do it, I need to add one more thing to the kit now as I'm thinking about it. I need to add some ear pro. If I have to do it, and if I have to deploy it, if I have to shoot this through the windshield of my pickup truck, then the supersonic rounds are going to go through the windshield, and they're going to go on their way where I'm aiming them. The beauty of the 300 blackout is it's meant to be shot out of a short barrel, and this is the 8-inch or the 7.5 inch, and it has a really nice muzzle device. I don't remember the nomenclature. I'm not exactly a font of information, am I? This is the worst case scenario bag. I do not carry this everywhere I go. And that's just a quick EDC video. Not too, I see these guys that are pulling out all these different things, and I'm just like, how do they keep their pants up? I don't quite understand that. And I'm old and set in my ways. I don't have that issue. I've got a few things that I need to be reviewing and getting out on the range and talking about. First of all, the other day this came in. This is a Spikes Tactical basic patrol rifle. I asked for it this way because I think there is a place in this world in every guy's little kit to have just a very basic patrol rifle. All of these are in 5.56, by the way. This Spikes Tactical came in. This one is almost finished. Running the SLX MD25 optic from Primary Arms with magnifier. I have a very nice Olight. On the front of it, I think that is the Baldar Mini. And yeah, this is a 14.5-inch barrel with a pinned muzzle device on it. Very lightweight. I have the optic for this over there. This is a Mitchell Defense MD 5.56. This is and you can't see it, I don't think, in the camera. This has a carbon fiber wrapped barrel, so it's pretty light. Has the Olight Sigard on it. I have a 1:6 Primary Arms over there to go on it, and I'm waiting on the mount to get it. All of these have to be taken to the range and shot. I'm very curious about this muzzle device. It's sort of small and almost non-obtrusive, but Nathan Mitchell, who designed this gun, he is like a just genius when it comes to AR-15s. He can tell you everything there is to know about heat tolerances and all these other things. So that's going to be very interesting to do. I've got all these guns to go shoot and everything. This one I haven't shot yet, but it's got to be sent back, and then it'll get shot. Or maybe I'll shoot it. Should I shoot it? Should I shoot it? Tell me in the comments. Should I shoot it? Should I take it out? Because there's a few things about this I don't know about. This is a different kind of gun. This is a different C2. It's got the lightning cuts on the front of the slide. It's slightly lighter. Trigger is slightly lighter. Should I shoot that before I send it back? And I'm shooting a lot of professional video anyway. That was the whole reason I started the YouTube channel, but I'm neglecting the YouTube channel, so I need to sort of get a hold and prioritize and stuff like that. So please check me out on the if you haven't tried the podcast, I have 3 now. Straight Talk with Bill Frady, which is a product of 98.9 WORD out of Greenville, South Carolina. Lock and Load with Bill Frady. This is a show I've been doing since 2012 in the various iterations. And Gun Owners News Hour, which is a very old radio show that I inherited from Larry Pratt when he retired and when he was done. And go check out the podcasts, please. If you like this kind of content, give me a thumbs up. Maybe subscribe to the channel. I'd appreciate it. I'll work on getting better at this stuff. Just want to do something dirty and not fancy at all. I'm out of here.